Mario has existed for almost 40 years now, and there's been thousands of characters in his games, and today we're just going to be looking at 5 different characters that have just kind of vanished and disappeared over the years. And we're also going to be looking at a character that no one even knew existed for almost 25 years. So yeah, in no particular order, here are the 5 Mario characters that have disappeared over the years. Now, starting off with number 5, we have Bowser's brother, because, well, not a lot of people even know this character exists. And he only ever appeared in the one game being the Lost Level, so yeah, this character is very obscure because, well, he was only in ever one game, and it was only appeared 3 times in the game. And well, he's basically the exact same as the normal Bowser, except he's just blue instead. And there's really not much to say about him because, well, he's only appeared in one game ever, and he's just a slightly different color than Bowser. He also has no other unique attacks, so yeah, he's just kind of just Bowser, but he's blue instead. But yeah, since this game, he has never appeared again. And I highly doubt he ever will, because he really doesn't have that much of a purpose, because he's just Bowser, just a different color. So yeah, he wouldn't serve much of a purpose in the modern Mario universe. But it still would be cool if Nintendo somehow brought it back and made him like slightly different than he originally was, but I doubt it because he hasn't shown up in a game in over 30 years. But yeah, it seems like that this character is probably never going to return again. Now the next character on this list is Koopa Kid, or well, there's actually multiple Koopa Kids mattering on which game you played. Now, Koopa Kid was actually a pretty popular character, appearing in tons of Mario Party games, and he actually became a playable character once. But it seems after he became a playable character, everything just kind of went downhill for him because he started showing up less and less in games, and he ended up just fully disappearing after Mario Party 8. Which is pretty weird that this character went from being a very popular playable character and then a few years later just disappearing and never being in another game again. Now, the reason why Koopa Kid disappeared is because of Bowser Jr. Because, well, Bowser Jr. just kind of replaced Koopa Kid because, well, he basically serves the exact same purpose as Koopa Kid, so yeah, it seems that Bowser Jr. was just more popular, so they just kind of stuck with him and got rid of Koopa Kid. Which is overall kind of sad because he was a pretty unique character and was overall pretty cool, but sadly he got replaced by Bowser Jr. and really hasn't seen any more games since Mario Party 8. And well, since he hasn't been in a game in over 15 years, I doubt that he'll ever come back. Now, Donkey Kong Jr. is a very similar case to Koopa Kid because, well, he basically had the exact same thing happen to him because, well, he got replaced. Now, Donkey Kong Jr. actually was a pretty popular character back in the early Nintendo days because, well, in the 1980s, he got his own video game and was overall pretty successful. He was also in the first Mario Kart game and was also in Mario Tennis, but since then, everything kind of went downhill for him after Diddy Kong kind of just replaced him. And it seems that after Mario Tennis, he just kind of got fully replaced by Diddy Kong, which is overall really weird. Because he just kind of disappeared without any reason from Nintendo, and they really just kind of got rid of him really quickly. And one interesting thing about him though is that he originally was supposed to be in Mario Kart Double Dash, but got replaced by Diddy Kong because, well, the files, they did find this model of him, so yeah, it just confirms that Diddy Kong just kind of fully replaced him. And since then, he's only had some minor roles in games and really just has only kind of like little references like in Mario Maker and Mario Kart. But yeah, besides those little references of him, he's basically gone missing over these past 20 years, and I doubt that he'll ever fully return. Now, the next character on this list is a pretty obscure one, being MC Ballyhoo. Now, he was the host of Mario Party 8, and that's basically the only thing he was ever in. Because since Mario Party 8, this character has just kind of fully disappeared. He's had some small references in other games, but besides that, he's basically only appeared in one game. And this seems to be a pretty common theme with Mario Party hosts because, well, they always seem that they have one game and then they just never get used again. And well, this character was overall pretty unique, and I don't really know why they replaced him so quickly and only let him in one game. Because from what I've read and seen, it seems like a lot of people actually really like this character, and it's a shame that Nintendo got rid of him just so quickly. And it seems like this character has a pretty large fan base, and a lot of people actually want him to return, but I doubt that that will happen because he hasn't appeared in many years, and I doubt that he'll just randomly come back after like 15 years of not being in any games. Now, this final character is actually slightly different than the others because, well, no one actually knew this character existed for like 25 years. So basically, Modo is a Super Mario 64 enemy that was never actually officially put into the game and was only found in the files of it. And well, it took almost 25 years to find these files, and he was actually released into the game by modders. So yeah, there's actually a mod of Super Mario 64 that you can play with these guys, and it's overall a pretty interesting enemy that has some cool gimmicks to it. It would have made the levels a lot more interesting than they were, especially because Hiku could pick him up and throw him into lava, and he could do the same thing to you. It would overall be a pretty interesting enemy that would mix a few things up in the game, and I don't know really why they scrapped him. As I've tried to research why they scrapped him, but there's no really concrete evidence of why they got rid of him in the first place. But yeah, it's overall really sad that this character got scrapped, but I'm glad they did find him and put him back into the game like 25 years later. But yeah, out of these 5 characters, which one would you want to be in the next Mario game? Comment that down below, and yeah, have a great day.